Which is why the whole like prostitute thing or tranny thing was super weird. It's like, dude, what? Why are you doing that?
I think
you could get anyone you want.
No, he had said when he was a kid he was obsessed with costume and masks and people who could mask themselves and change their identity. That's where the clumps came out of.
Yeah.
He's very obsessed with that, and he said he was doing research, and he might have been. Nobody said they caught him having sex with a trans guy. They were just out there talking to one.
All right.
Alrighty.
Hello folks, welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam Orduna. This is my mom, Gina.
He is a journalist.
She's the enthusiast.
I'm enthusiastic because we were talking about my Chiefs, but I'm a little heartbroken to tell the truth.
Yeah, well, we are doing another Facebook Live because we need to talk about Alex Smith.
Which is rare.
Yes.
Which is rare. We don't always do two back-to-back.
Right, but this is breaking news that happened last night. Alex Smith is now going to be playing quarterback for the team up in Washington. We don't like to say their nickname or their team name, but the Washington team that plays in the NFL. He is now going to be the quarterback for that franchise. We are very saddened by this because we have really evolved from a football team with him and Andy Reid from where we were before Alex Smith and Andy Reid. List off the quarterbacks that we had and the coaches that we had before them.
It
was exactly
Todd Haley just got fired again.
Exactly. And we had Herm Edwards, and he did get us to the playoffs, but for the most part, it really has been it's been a struggle. Our quarterbacks have been Brody Croyle and Damon Heward and just Matt Castle, really just no one. We haven't had any quarterback play and anyone that was good that you could rely on. And then we got Alex Smith and we got Andy Reid and we went on runs and we've had some good years. And so now the Chiefs have moved on because they drafted Patrick Mahomes, who is going to be a phenomenal quarterback. This is the next chapter, as the episode is titled. This is the next chapter for Chiefs Kingdom. And so what can we expect now that Alex Smith is gone? It's still to be determined, but let's talk about a little bit more of what happened within this trade and some of the numbers and what we did receive with Washington moving forward.
Well, Washington, let's say two things. Number one, Kirk Cousins was clearly doing something that made Daniel Snyder very upset. They could not get him off the franchise tag. They could not come to a deal. And when they said, we're not even at the trade deadline yet. It's in March. Like, we have time. They went ahead and came after Alex Smith.
Yep.
And so they were like, we know that you guys need to shore up that secondary. So in exchange for Alex, we got cornerback Kendall Fuller.
Yeah.
He's
really good.
Bad man.
Yep.
And so we basically got, let go of our Alex. They were willing to pay him $94 million for over 4 years, $71 million guaranteed.
Right.
$71 million guaranteed to get rid of Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
And to pick up a really good quarterback.
Absolutely.
So what we got in exchange for that was that we freed up some cap space on our lineup.
Yep.
We picked up a cornerback, which we needed.
Yep.
And we're doing what Andy Reid wanted to do, and I know you'll talk about that, bringing up Pat Mahomes. But when you free up cap space, then when free agency really does open up, you can go after some people to shore up what we both said we think we need to do, which is our defense.
Yes.
So that's what happened in the trade.
Absolutely. And again, Alex Smith helped resurrect the Chiefs.
I love Alex Smith.
This is more of a tribute to him more than anything else because without him, we were almost non-existent.
I hope, but people's memories are so short.
So short.
Yeah, and there was somebody, not naming names, but a local on-air personality who kind of got into it with Alex Smith and really with his wife because she came to his defense.
Yeah.
It's like, how short are your memories?
Seriously.
We were terrible.
Do you remember Brody Croyle trying to throw the ball? Damon Heward was like 80 years old out there throwing the football.
I had to sell the Chiefs for the Chiefs radio network in my past lives.
Yes.
It was almost impossible because we were that bad.
Yep.
Even in a city as loyal as Kansas City, people didn't want to spend, they were going to buy the games, but they didn't want to spend big dollars for it because we were losing. We were terrible.
Yes.
So I just don't understand how anybody would be critical of a guy who was a first-round, #1 overall draft pick, Him and Urban Meyer, when he was at Utah, just lit up. They were the Mountain West then.
Mountain West,
he was lighting up the Pac-10 teams. Pac-10 back then.
Yep, correct.
And it was something people hadn't seen.
Yep.
And then we ended up, by luck, being able to get him because he had been jacked over up in the 49ers.
Yep.
And now people want to act like, oh, it's time for him to go. What?
It's really, exactly. And that's the thing. People need to have real expectations for Patrick Mahomes. We know he's got great arm talent. We know he is a gunslinger out of Texas Tech. We know his potential and his ceiling is very high. But now he's going to be a first-time, full-time starter in the NFL. People are going to pin their ears back, put pressure on him, and the idea that he's going to lead us to a Super Bowl or even a real playoff run in the first year, it's really hard to do.
Didn't we sweep our division last year and win our division this year?
Yes, we did.
Yes. Okay, folks, that's not going to happen next year.
Correct.
I'm not trying to be negative Nelly over here.
Right.
That's not going to happen.
And we love Patrick Mahomes. It was a great move. It was something that needed to happen. We needed another quarterback as well because Alex Smith he's only 32 or 33 years old. You know, he's not that old, and he is a really good quarterback.
Well, he's been in the league 13 years. He's
been,
probably,
exactly. So you do want to make sure that you have a plan moving forward. So all of that stuff, this is not a Patrick Mahomes bashing session, but we're being realistic that the interceptions are going to go all the way up, and he might actually be a little hesitant back there, a little gun shy for the fact that, hey, these people are coming at me super fast. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. The sacks might be a lot more than what we have been used to seeing as well because he may not be getting rid of the football. So there are a lot of open-ended questions with Patrick Mahomes right now because now the pressure is really on him to lead this franchise. And so what you are losing now with Alex Smith going away is a veteran that has been through these battles game in and game out and being able to lead a huddle and lead a team. And so he is getting his money. He is getting paid. He had a great run. Kansas City and Alex Smith and Andy Reid, all three had a great meshing point together.
We had a really great run.
Yeah.
And let me say this because I think we need to reiterate, again, we're not bashing Pat Mahomes, but we're saying if anything, I'm trying to defend him up front.
Yes.
Because now that we have had Alex Smith and we've gotten used to winning, we swept the division last year. Won the division again this year, back to back. Now our expectations are high, and you know it's sellouts, and everybody's excited. I want you guys to give Pat Mahomes a chance.
Thank you.
He is a gunslinger. That arm is ridiculous.
Oh man,
he's got
arm talent all day.
I personally would like him to become my son-in-law. That's a whole nother side story. But the point is, don't put the kind of pressure on this young man that you have gotten out of Alex Smith is also fast.
He runs
like a 4.6 straight ahead speed.
Yes, exactly.
The guy brought so many intangibles.
Yes.
Now we're going to get great intangibles out of Pat Mahomes.
Absolutely.
I absolutely believe that, and I'm excited for him.
Correct.
But next year, don't be surprised if we are a 6 to 8 win team.
Correct. Absolutely.
Just give the kid a break.
Yep, exactly.
Because you don't know what you got till it's gone, and now we don't have Alex
Great
Smith
way to
anymore.
put it. Yeah.
So give Pat Mahomes a chance.
Absolutely, and that's what needs to happen.
If he gets 6 or 8 wins as a rookie starting quarterback, that should
that needs to be celebrated, and then we think exactly. We need to build on anything productive that he comes off with next year, and so I'm hoping he does go on a great run. But exactly like you just said. You don't know what you have until it's gone. And what Alex Smith provided for us was a chance every single game. There are a lot of Alex Smith haters out there.
Which is
and
ridiculous.
You guys are, seriously, come on. Like that, it's not his fault for the coaching staff that he had to go through at San Francisco. He finally had a chance to resurrect his career here at Kansas City. And it was just kind of a little bit on the back half of his NFL career. Andy Reid said, going into the playoff game, that he wished that he had coached Alex Smith from the very beginning.
Yes, he did.
And so that's kind of where we're at with Patrick Mahomes. Is Andy Reid is a quarterback guru in his own right. And so this is a coach that's going to really bring up Pat Mahomes, and it was just too late for Alex Smith. And so now we're just happy to have Patrick Mahomes, but we're also happy to have Alex Smith.
We were very happy, and we just want to say we wish you all the best, Alex. And come on, Chiefs Kingdom. Give the young man a break. Give him time. He is going to throw picks.
He is.
Our interception rates are going to go through the roof. He is going to take unnecessary sacks. That's going to happen. The speed of the game. Every level of game. When you started your first freshman in our school's history back home to ever start varsity, you told me the speed of the game was altogether different.
It was.
By the end of the season, and when you came in as a sophomore, this game slowed down for you.
Absolutely.
We're going to have to give Pat Mahomes that opportunity.
Yep.
And we're going to have to make sure that we're shoring up that O-line.
Yes.
And we got to get a defense that, come on, man.
We have to have the D. And defense. That's with Alex Smith now going to Washington, the cap space is now going to be available. Yes. Now we can draft some young guys, maybe pick up another D lineman or linebackers.
Well, we got Darrell Reeves
back
there,
exactly.
And he's older, but my point is, we can do a mix of some experience and some fresh blood and put a team together to help them out. I think we're going to be hard put to get to 10 wins next year.
It's going to be tough.
I mean, if we get to 8, I'm going to be super happy about it.
We just want to be competitive within our division, and then we can talk about playoff runs and things like that.
Well, let me ask you a question, because I know we're getting... Who would you think should be the backup? Because one of the things that happened with Dak Prescott when he was the rookie phenom down at Dallas, he had Tony Romo over his shoulder like the vulture over there like that. But what he did say, what Dak said was Romo would help him on the sidelines. Hey, when you see this, they're disguising that, or look for this or that. Well, Alex Smith is gone. Who are we going to get to be Pat Mahomes' backup?
Well, that's a really good question.
A veteran, obviously.
We will probably need to get a veteran. We still have Tyler Bray, who I don't really believe in, but
Tyler who?
Tyler Bray from Tennessee. Yeah, exactly. But we talked about this, and a really good fit would be Colin Kaepernick. And I know a lot of people's hair is going to be on fire. Like, oh, gosh.
I can feel the
We already know that. But
tell them why.
Seriously, Colin Kaepernick would fit greatly with Andy Reid, and he is a veteran. And if Pat Mahomes gets in trouble, or if there is an injury that happens to him, you got a quarterback that can take snaps and run the same offense and win you some ball games. We're enough about the national anthem stuff.
Nobody even knows
this is
about
not seriously. That's not even. Like, we're talking about winning ball games
by
here.
Next year, it'll be 2 years.
There's got to be a backup to help save us.
Colin Kaepernick would be the perfect backup.
Exactly.
Hunt already said, hey, we don't care about that. If we needed one, we take him.
Correct.
Well, guess what?
Now we're going to be in need. Exactly. So that's our 2 cents on that. But hopefully we don't have to be in a predicament like that as well.
We have to have a backup.
But there still needs to be a backup.
Go back over to Washington to see if you can get Colt McCoy to come over.
Oh, man, that would be great. That would be great. He can run a little bit too. Yeah, he's a gunslinger himself.
Yes,
so, anyways, we had to do another Facebook Live to make sure that we give Alex Smith and Chiefs Kingdom.
And his whole beautiful family.
Absolutely.
We wanted to say thank you, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely.
You did a great job for us.
Alex, you're a phenomenal quarterback.
Go play with our cousin.
Yeah, exactly. Niles Paul.
Niles Paul is a tight end for you. So you can throw him a few touchdowns or something like that.
That'd be awesome.
He's our for real cousin. We always joke, Niles Paul is our for real cousin.
Exactly. Well, thank you for watching, folks. We'll see you again. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Chiefs Kingdom, new chapter, new era. We'll see what happens moving forward. See you again, folks. Thanks for watching. All right.
You know I gotta get back and slide up on real smooth. Mama was